We're now going to create some effects buses. Now what this does is it allows us to apply effects with the same settings to a range of different tracks, and we can control how much of that effect we hear on each track separately as well. Now you could insert these plugins. If we take reverb for example, we could insert them individually onto each track, but that would require more processing power that we don't need, and if you wanted to make little tweaks to the settings you'd have to do it on each individual track. You could also add it to a folder, so we could take our drum kit bus and we could add an effect here which would apply to all the tracks within there, but again it limits us slightly. We couldn't then apply that exact same settings of that plugin to other tracks without copying and duplicating that over. So what we do is we create a separate effects bus. So I'm going to create a new track here and I'm going to call this reverb. Now you might have more than one reverb setting depending on your project, so again just be sensible with the way that you're naming them. Now this next part requires us to either be working with the routing option down in the mix window or the routing option which will appear in the track control panel if I close the mix window. So I'm going to hit Command M and now the routing appears up here. So the way that this works is I can decide which tracks to send to this reverb bus. Now for now I think I'm going to go with just this one here, so the backing vocals, just to let us hear this. So I can route that by dragging the route button and letting go of it there. Now this brings up the option to control how much of that we're going to hear, how much of that effect we'll hear on the backing vocal track. So we'll pause there just now. I'm going to open the mix window again and we're going to set up a reverb on this track. So we come to the show track effects window and I'm going to search for reverb. No, I'm not, because it's not called reverb, it's called reverb, spelled differently. So this is the one that comes built in with Reaper. So we can add that and then we'll just set up a reverb generator. Now it's really important when you're using effects buses that we set the wet control to the 100% and the dry comes all the way down. That allows us to get all of our dry signal from the original track, and everything that comes from the effects bus will be affected by the reverb. So that's the reverb section now, so I'll close that. Now we're going to have a listen to this just now, and this will be with some effect coming through from that effects bus, so we can see, we can now control how much is being sent from the backing vocals track by using this little fader here. So if I take that down to 0 just now, we're going to hear that without the effects bus applied. Now there are some effects already applied to this signal, so it's not going to sound completely dry. If I now drag that all the way up to maximum, you're going to hear a huge amount of reverb now applied. So we have complete control over that sound, and if I wanted to also apply the same reverb to the backing vocal 1 track, again if I do it from the mix window now rather than the track control panel, I can simply drag that over and drop it here. And again this window just lets you control the fader that we're seeing over here anyway. So if I move that over, as I'm moving this slider, you can see the level changing there as well. So it gives us an awful lot of control without taking up a huge amount of processing